In this vast and boundless universe, have you ever stopped and wondered about the meaning of the heavens that the Bible has revealed? Not only does it stop at the image of the sky that we see every day, the Bible also opens up to humanity 3 heavens, each heaven carrying its own message, a symbol of love, power, and the sacred presence of the Creator. The 3 heavens are not merely physical spaces, but also an expression of the close connection between the visible and invisible worlds, between the present and the eternal. The first heaven is the sky that we can feel through each rain shower, each gentle breeze, and the morning light, an expression of grace, the bestowal and protection of God towards nature and human life. Through this, we see that all life on earth is meticulously cared for by Him, as Jesus taught. Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow, nor reap, yet your Father feeds them. Matthew 6:26. It is precisely these simple images that have shown the close connection between man and nature, as a reminder that everything in this world originates from the faith and boundless love of the Creator. The second heaven, on the other hand, opens up a celestial realm that contains mysteries far beyond the reach of ordinary senses. This is the space where the universe is arranged with perfect order, where the stars, planets, and celestial bodies are created according to a miraculous plan, demonstrating the skillfulness of the Creator. When gazing at the night sky, you cannot help but marvel at the magnificent beauty of the twinkling stars. As the prophecy of Isaiah says, "Lift up your eyes and look, who created these?" He calls them by name, and they are all insignificant witnesses before His greatness. Isaiah 40:26. However, the second heaven is not only the place that holds the beauty of nature, but also a spiritual battlefield, where the invisible forces of good and evil are constantly in conflict. The existence of this heaven is emphasized in Ephesians 6:12. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world. Ephesians 6:12. Through this, we realize that every prayer, every steadfast faith of human beings not only affects the visible world, but also has the power to change the course of the invisible battles in the second heaven. And the third heaven is precisely the destination of the redeemed souls, the dwelling place of God in endless glory. This heaven, described magnificently in Revelation with the image of the New Jerusalem, is not only a symbol of perfection, but also a promise of eternal life, where there are no more tears, no pain, or death. In John 14 verse 2, Jesus said, "In my Father's house are many mansions. If not, I would have told you." John 14 verse 2. This promise not only brings comfort, but also urges each person to turn towards the spiritual values that transcend earthly materialism. The third heaven is the dwelling place of the sacred light, where every soul is complete in the love and forgiveness of God. And through this, we realize that life is not merely about transient material achievements, but more importantly, about communion with the Creator. As we move through these 3 heavens, we notice the close connection between the natural world, the spiritual world, and the eternal world. Every raindrop falling from the first heaven, every movement of the stars in the second heaven, and every brilliant ray of light from the third heaven are like signs affirming that everything is arranged with a purpose. Each heaven not only beautifies the universe further, but also reminds humanity of the close relationship between the present life and the eternal, between what can be seen and the metaphysical things that we can only feel with our spirit. From a personal point of view, every time I gaze at the blue sky or observe the falling rain, I feel the comfort and the endless source of motivation from the Creator. There have been times amidst the hustle and bustle of modern life when I felt lost and isolated among the crowd. But whenever I lift my eyes to the sky, I remember that beyond those transient and ephemeral things, there exists a sacred universe where the promises of eternal life are contained. Those moments have helped me realize that no matter how exhausting life may be, the faith and hope for a better tomorrow always exist, conveyed through the 3 heavens of the universe. Moreover, when we understand that earthly material things are only a reflection of the sacred blessings from the third heaven, we will no longer be swept up in the whirlpool of transient desires, but instead we will turn towards values that are sustainable, and truly meaningful. As Jesus warned in Matthew 6:19-21, "Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy, but store up for yourselves treasures in heaven." Matthew 19:21. These teachings are not merely simple advice, but also a reminder to each of us that only the love and the presence of God are the true sources of happiness and peace. In the pursuit of success, fame, or material wealth, we often forget that beyond those ephemeral things there exist timeless values, spiritual values that we can achieve through faith and dedication. From the first heaven with its blessing rains, through the second heaven with the mystery of the universe and spiritual battles, to the third heaven, the dwelling place of eternal love, all together create a vivid picture of the true meaning of life. Through this, we learn that only by placing our faith in these high values does life truly become meaningful. And every step we take will be guided by the light of God. Imagine you are standing under the night sky, gazing at the twinkling stars and feeling the vastness of the universe. That is not only a moment of contemplation, but also the call of the Creator for you to embark on the journey to return to the source of faith. In difficult times, when everything around seems to be collapsing, just remember that every gust of wind, every raindrop, or every ray of light from the sky is a loving message sent from God. Those signs are the priceless source of encouragement that helps you overcome all challenges, bringing you back to the peace within your soul. If you have ever felt lost amidst the hustle and bustle of life, remember that, in every moment, there is a part of the universe always turning towards you, always fragile, yet full of strength. That is precisely the message of the three heavens. The first heaven is like an umbrella sheltering you in the midst of a storm. The second heaven opens up for you the door to the mysteries of the universe, and the third heaven invites you to the eternal realm, where all pain disappears and only the undying love of God remains. Through this, you will realize that His presence is not only manifest in the miracles of nature, but also radiates in every beat of every human heart. Let the three heavens become the guiding principle for every action and thought of yours. When you feel pressured by work, by complicated relationships, or by relentless failures, remember that a sky full of blessing rains is always there to heal. A vast universe is always waiting to unveil wonders, and an eternal heavenly realm is always inviting you back to its sacred comfort. This is precisely the moment when your faith is tested, the time when you need to remember that only by knowing how to stop and listen to the call of your soul can you find the path to safety and peace. On that journey, each of us has our own stories, experiences that are decisive when standing at the crossroads of life. I am no exception. There have been times when I felt life was a chaotic mess, not knowing where to go, not knowing how to overcome seemingly insurmountable difficulties. But then, when I slowly lifted my head and looked at the sky, I realized that amidst all the chaos, there is always something eternal, a guiding light. That is precisely the love of God present through the three heavens. That feeling is like a spiritual medicine, helping me regain my faith and confidence to continue on the path I have chosen. And today, as you read these words, I hope that they will be a source of inspiration for you, not only to seek the transient things of life, but also to cherish the sacred values that the universe has granted. Remember that, as long as you open your heart to receive, as long as you dare to step out of your comfort zone, then the three heavens, from the morning sky to the eternal realm, will always accompany you, bringing you the strength to overcome all hardships. This not only helps you grow spiritually, but also makes every day of yours more meaningful and complete. Now, when you have a profound insight into the three heavens, let this message spread to everyone around you. Do not hesitate to share, because each share of yours is not only a way to express your faith, but also a way to help many others realize that, in the tangled modern life, there is always a path leading to the comfort and peace of God. Remember that, as long as you walk with faith, no matter how great the challenges may be, you will always find the light at the end of the road. Let us together embark on the journey to seek those timeless values, a journey where every existing thing carries a sacred meaning, where the falling rain, The twinkling stars and the light of the heavenly realm together create a composite picture of life. You can start with the smallest things, from a prayer, from a warm hug, or from a sincere smile, for each of those actions contributes to enriching the picture of the three heavens. That is why I call on you to take some time to reflect on what you have, to realize that beyond the busyness of life, there is always a sacred world waiting for you. A world where every soul has a firm place, where love and faith never fade. Let the three heavens be the motivation, the guiding principle for every decision you make, so that you can live a life not only full of material achievements, but also filled with spiritual meaning and eternal happiness. If you feel your heart stirred by these sacred teachings, act today. Pray, share, and live according to the values that the three heavens have brought to you. Every action of yours, no matter how small, can create a ripple effect, contributing to the building of a community of believers, a world where the light of God shines through every person. Let faith become the guiding light, so that every day of yours is written with stories of compassion, perseverance, and unconditional love. In conclusion, the three heavens, from the morning sky of the first heaven, through the mysteries of the second heaven, to the eternal realm of the third heaven, are the evidence of a universe arranged with a purpose, where every detail, every sign of nature reflects the love and care of the Creator. Let this message permeate your soul, so that every action of yours becomes meaningful and brings motivation to yourself, as well as to those around you. Do not hesitate. Step out and live according to that faith, because only when we know how to put our trust in those sacred values does life truly become complete and radiant. Remember that every raindrop, every gust of wind, every shining star is a reminder that you are never alone on your life's journey. The three heavens, symbols of blessing, power, and eternity, are always by your side, guiding and comforting you in every moment. If you are ready to embark on that journey, let us share this loving message with friends, family, and all those who are in need of sacred comfort. Let your faith spread so that every heart is lit by the love of God, and so that this life becomes more beautiful through every act of love, through every sincere prayer. That is precisely the invitation of the three heavens, an invitation for you to live with faith, live with hope, and live with eternal love. Seize this opportunity, listen to the call of your soul, and walk on the path of the light of God. For in the end, only love and faith can lead us to the eternal realm, where all pain, all loss is replaced by peace and true happiness. Thank you for taking the time to read this article. If you find it meaningful, please press the like, share, and follow buttons so that we may spread the message of love and eternal faith together. Let the three heavens become the driving force that helps you overcome all challenges, guiding you towards a life that is complete, full of meaning, and blessed with everlasting blessings.